It's not like we have much else to do. But the whole part, like I said, the whole thing about the whole idea of racism really only exists in America. We're basically the only country who has a problem with it. Okay, because I say a problem with it because Chinese people, racist bastards, motherfucking like holy shit guys, right? But they don't. But it's not like a social issue, and they're not dealing with it right now, right?
I guess.
America is the only country who has it, who treats it like the biggest problem in the world, right? Like most other countries that are like melting pot, sort of, right? Like probably like Brazil, Australia, stuff like that.
Maybe.
Yeah, the black people there don't feel black, right? Because people don't make the distinction of black, right? It's essentially as if you remove the race, because then they believe that they're Brazilian, right? Like people from Dominican people believe they're from Dominican, right? They're from Dominican, whatever
that
the
sounds
place
fair.
is, right? People from Australia think they're from Australia, right?
That's fine.
Even though Australia is mostly supposed to be British people, right? They think they're Australian, right?
Okay.
I never really saw a problem with race. I mean, you know, we're all human and we all bleed the same color.
Except for those that might have a pinkish color, but that's a different thing.
Yeah. You don't bleed exactly the same, but if you're gonna put mortality into it, I guess you can put it at that.
Most people just bleed.
Simply put, we all bleed. We're all technically human. So what's the problem?
The problem
Who cares
is that
where the genes came from and where they go?
it's a very human instinct. It's basically one of the traits that passed down from our very, very early ancestors. Why am I riding the bike again? I have to not be on the bike for this.
Oh god, the camera.
Camera, please. Please no.
I think the cameraman's having a stroke.
All because I got on the bike, which I didn't want to do.
You did it. You
Yeah.
did bad things. You did it
I
bad.
did it bad.
In fact, having different people with different viewpoints could actually be really helpful.
Exactly.
Yeah?
That's one of the appeals of democracy, but that's also the downfall of democracy.
Yeah, I didn't mean it like that though.
You basically described democracy, though.
I did?
Different viewpoints.
Well, nothing's perfect, I guess.
Yep.
I meant in a smaller environment, not like in government terms.
Not like a voting system.
Nope. Voting is always a messy process, no matter how you do
the
it.
term democratic doesn't necessarily have to be all about politics.
It's true.
It's just mostly shit. It's just mostly related to politics because it is a mostly political term, but it can refer to any type of decision making where there are more people who decide based off of majority.
Yeah, it's just a general voting
I think
system.
it's also just interesting.
Voting systems can apply to anything.
I think it's also very interesting to see other cultures' ideals compared to your own.
Ah,
Am I correct?
I guess yeah, something like that. Like, people all around the world, they're interesting in different ways. The reason they're interesting is because you don't know about it.
They're out. It's different.
Yes, and it's not something that you can just look up on Wikipedia.
Yep.
You gotta get to know them.
Yep.
Yeah, to truly understand the concepts. It's to read the words is one thing, but to hear the words is another.
Atlier. Oh, this will never go old.
Nope.
Well,
Oh
that's
my
one
God.
example, I guess.
You don't even know what we're referencing.
No, that was just a joke. That's not an example. I'm just trying.
You
to
don't
be
even
funny.
know what we're referencing.
If not, you can use a check or a playthrough of a game called Atelier Escanlogy.
No.
If they're watching this, they're probably watching the other Let's Plays.
I hate this game. I had to.
The people who are just watching Stepmania probably don't care about these.
Yeah.
So should we add in a rage tag?
No.
No,
We're not
this
raging.
This is me just normally speaking. This is my outside voice.
But we're inside.
Oh yeah.
I'd say this is an outside room, but that's false.
It's a room connected to outside via fenestration.
Via what?
Fenestration.
Demonstration? What?
Or fenestrates. Fenestrative objects.
Huh? I've never heard that term.
That's because it's a made-up term.
Damn it!
By me. Although it works equally as well. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, good job! You learned like 2 things of Latin, maybe. Or just know words too well. Who knows?
Don't worry, we're all using languages that even the natives have trouble with.
Honestly, well.
I think that applies to every language.
See, well, that if you put it that way, we can also talk about the language and how you can improve your own language abilities.
Okay.
Right? Some things I like to do, I like writing stories. I'm terrible at writing, but I like writing stories. The reason? Because I think writing stories actually helps out with me writing.
Fair enough.
I made the jump, yeah! Right?
Yeah, boy.
So, writing is very fun for me because I actually have ideas that I think are pretty interesting, and putting them down on paper for me to look back at is just makes me feel really good, right?
Fair enough.
I know that feeling.
And like I said, it's also good writing practice because if you keep doing a thing, you eventually get better at it. Funny, I know.
Hey, there's the money you missed.
And same thing goes with speaking. Like, people on talk shows, like they have to be fast and eloquent. All right, anyone who has ever been in something that requires like talking, right? They have to like time it. They have to like time thing. They have to
What's up there?
They have to do timing. They have to do They have to make sure people know what they're saying. Did they decrease the height of Jack's jump in the HD version? I would think so, based off of this.
So what could you do in the original?
Basically, this is a sequence break where you can just jump on top of this platform, but otherwise you need something from a later area that we're probably going to in 2 races.
So either they made this higher or they made him jump lower.
Yeah.
Or maybe both.
Who knows? You'd think either that or I'm not jumping high enough with this, which is weird. But the idea is that you jump down here, you'll be able to.
Well, I don't think this is one sequence break you'll be doing today. Or ever.
Huh. I'll keep trying this. We're basically almost done talking, I guess. So the rest of the video can just be me doing this. I'm boring.
As a last thing.
Yeah. But yeah. Improving language, like I said, if you want to, people who practice jobs and professions where you have to talk a lot, they do tongue twisters, they speak a lot, they talk a lot, they eloquent, they talk to themselves in front of mirrors, all those things. All those things people do in order to improve themselves. If you want to improve, just add effort. That's all you gotta do.
I don't think you're gonna make it. Nope.
I've been getting closer though. Oopsie. Nope, that's not close at all. How many buttons do I actually press in order to do this?
1,000,000.
Oh!
Oh.
You see what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Ah. Oh! I think what it is, I think it's a physics bug because I'm riding up a wall is what's happening.
Weird.
Because there's like this tiny edge here that protrudes out of this wall that I'm using to get a vertical boost.
Weird.
Yeah.
How long are you gonna try this?
Forever, really. I'm dead set on getting this now.
You're not gonna get it. Just because
I'll
you're full of
get this.
determination doesn't mean you can do it!
I can do it!
No, you can't!
I gotta believe! You gotta do what? You gotta do what?
Thanks for bursting everyone's ears.
You're welcome.
And probably only their left ear.
MIX. I forgot. Put the cake in the oven for a while. This is happening on recording. Trust me, it's going to happen. We're basically done talking now, I guess. So if you want to skip to like the end of this video to find out,
there's nothing else going on.
Will Random eventually get to the top of this cliff, or will he just exit, or will he just quit in shame? Find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Wait, what? This was Dragon Ball Z?
Jakku and Daxter.
What else could we have even talked about today? Is there even anything left today?
Oh yeah, 9/11 happened, didn't it?
Oh yeah.
That was 2 days ago, I think. 2 days ago or yesterday? 2 days ago.
September 11th was the actual day the thing happened, right?
Yes.
So today's the 12th. So one day?
Oh yeah, because I woke up late today. Or like slept late yesterday.
Oh.
That was tomorrow. That's why I think it's 2 days ago because I'm a moron.
Because you're
not patriotic to my country.
Because you just broke your sense of time.
Mm-hmm. I am not patriotic to my country. Yada yada. Who the fuck cares? Anyway, the thing about the unique thing about 9/11 this year is that I once read an article earlier this year, like not on the day of 9/11, but there's like an article where there's a Muslim holy day.
Okay.
That takes place at the same time. Right? Because like most cultures they use the moon's positions to figure out like when certain holidays, not holidays, traditions, holy days, special days, I don't know. Important days, they use the moon to figure out which days are very important because cycles.
Neat.
So that was one of the articles that said because like the whole Muslim community, they're like, okay, how are we gonna do this? Will we have to change the date because otherwise people will be like, oh no, these Muslims are celebrating 9/11, right? Like that's an issue. Ever since 9/11, the whole idea of race relation became a thing. Because like people on the day of 9/11, they were absolutely fucking livid towards Muslims. They were like they had so much vitriol, like people absolutely hated them, right? And the reason why they're making a big issue right now, like the Muslim community that is, and like news sources, is because Trump. That's it.
Really?
It's always Trump, isn't it?
It's because it's not like there's an actual reason. It's because Trump said something.
Okay,
right?
what did Trump say this time?
You should know. It's an old thing he said a while ago early in his complaint, where he said like there should be a temporary ban on Muslims into this country, right?
Oh.
Well, you can imagine how fucking scared Muslims would be if he'd said that, right, when running for president, right? So like that kind of made the Muslim community hyper aware of their actions.
Yikes.
Just because Trump said something. And that's the problem with words. That's why language is powerful, because people care about that stuff.
Dude, you've been at this for about 5 minutes.
I've been getting closer though.
Oh god.
Ah!
Just stop.
Never say die.
I've never said die, I said stop.
Stopping is a way of dying for some people.
Can't argue with that, but still.
One main way of dying is if your heart stops.
Ooh,
You realize that, right? So, yes. Stopping is a way of dying.
So yeah, like I said, one of the articles were about Muslim being a Muslim holy day, Islamic holy day, I guess. I don't know what the proper politically correct term is, but it's a holy day for the religion of Islam.
Okay.
Right. It occurs on the same. It appears as if it would occur on the same day of 9/11. Not that appearing close to the same day, but not exactly is anything better. But like, they were really worried about that because they felt like if they celebrated the holy day on the same day of 9/11, people would think that Muslims were celebrating the advent of 9/11, which is exactly what Trump said once, where he said like Muslims were celebrating on the night. He saw Muslims celebrating on 9/11.
Thanks, Trump.
So yeah, because of one man's vitriol, right? You gotta give him credit. For one dude, he has a ton of charisma.
I guess.
Whether he's using it for a good purpose,
That I don't think so.
up for debate. Honestly.
I doubt it. I don't think any of us actually agree with him, though.
Yeah. This whole political race this year is kinda
It's kind of gone to shit.
interesting watch, at least. You can,
Yeah.
if you're a foreigner, you know what I'm talking about.
I'm not. I have to vote on these things.
Yeah, we both do, don't we?
I think Scar does too, so that's gonna be great.
Yep, fantastic. I don't even know if I'm properly registered to vote though.
I am.
All right.
I don't really care.
Although that quiz what got Bernie Sanders out of the race.
Really?
Yes. Why else do you think he's out of the race when he was so popular? It's because the people he appealed to don't vote. I made that speculation in an earlier random talks, didn't I?
I'd have to look back, and I don't feel like it.
Or at least I remember making that speculation earlier. It's just that younger people don't vote, and as a result, the people who they appeal to don't get into like positions because even though we think they're good, we don't apparently think they're not good enough for
Because we're not voting
for a
for them.
vote. Yep. Young people really need to learn how to talk with their actions instead of just plain talking.
Voting's not gonna be fun this
Yep. Speaking of, and then another thing that happened. This is actual 9/11 news.
Okay.
This is news that came out on 9/11. Apparently, Hillary Clinton had like pneumonia, I believe,
Yeesh.
during the event. So she was there, but then like visited her daughter or something, right? And then like she like faltered and fell down, and like someone had to help her into a car, and she was admitted to a hospital where she had to be stabilized, and she eventually did get stabilized. But
Yikes.
yeah. So she might be out of the race for a while, and she'll probably have to adjust her schedule. And the thing is, that is pretty detrimental
Yeah.
because Trump has started to shut up. Imagine that.
Wow.
Trump has started to shut up, and as a direct result, people have a harder time of finding places where he screwed up.
Yeah, because he's not talking.
Exactly. So at this rate, Trump might actually is on the way to becoming president. We don't know. We don't know because I am not sure of which swing state each state is supporting and how much delegates they have because our political system is
What do you think is gonna happen if he does become president?
either
Besides meme magic.
meme magic for one.
Besides that.
Well, after 4 years, 4chan is going to be incredibly fucking disappointed because most of the things Trump talks about aren't even politically foreseeable, right? Because even though it's the president is still limited by a ton of factors, including being president. to be honest. Like, you know what a president used to be? Just commander-in-chief. He's just the guy who owns all the military. You would think the executive branch would hold a lot of power, but ever since, like, I don't know, Roosevelt, I believe. Ever since Roosevelt, the president never has had good power. Like, Roosevelt was the one president who was like, yo, other two branches, yeah, fuck their ideas. I'm going to do whatever I want, right? He was a loose cannon that got results. Like, and he is basically the sole reason why national parks exist today. Fun fact.
Neat.
But I don't know.
You think the whole United States is gonna fall apart if he becomes president?
That's up to the people. Really, because the people we make the other third of a branch. You know, we make up a third of the government. We have ideas, opinions, and we make up the legislative branch, right? It's really, really entirely up to the people whether or not anything Trump says would take fruit, right? Because he can only do so much. That being said, if people make good on their promises to leave to Canada. If Trump is president. Thanks for crippling our foundation, you bastard. Because now if we ever try to go against Trump, there will be less of us. Right? Secondly, you bastard, you're ditching this country. One of the most powerful countries in this world, and you're just going to jump ship because one person you don't like happened to become president. Amazing stuff. But honestly though, I think Trump has really done a lot of damage to himself to really incredibly cripple his chances of becoming president. No, he still looks like he's in the lead, but polls say otherwise. It's important to stay politically active if you're the year of 18.
Yep. Gotta be accurate, else we're gonna be wrongly biased.
I'm gonna call the episode end here.
You're done?
Yeah.
You've had enough?
No.
Then why don't you just stop? Just
determination. That's
no.
all that's keeping me going because camera isn't. I don't want to put other people through this.
Let's just stop. Or not.
Oh my god. Okay. I retried. I did it. I actually fucking did it, but I restarted just to get it on camera. Go, Jakku! We believe in you. We're your fans. We love your anime.
So close.
Jakku power.
So close.
Turns out this might not be something that's actually feasible to get on camera, isn't it?
No.
Fuck.
You shouldn't have stayed out there when you had the chance.
I should have, shouldn't I?
You should have.
You wasted another 8 minutes of hard work and just sitting here.
I at least know the pattern I have to do now. I have to jump against this ridge over here that you can't really perceive, but it exists. And you make it eventually. Kind of. Almost. Imagine that, the minute I sit on the floor to play video games. It's almost like I have an affinity for eating shit.
Why don't we just stop until you get it again?
Yeah. At this rate. You see? I told you could do it, Daddy. Oh my god, I took 5 hours later, honestly. And because of that, it lags, and we're standing
on thin air.
Have a happy happy, fun lifetime, guys, because the idea is you're supposed to break this down with yellow eco, but there's no yellow eco, so all you have to do is commit suicide. Yay! The end.
This is bullshit.
Have a happy life.